resume our seats and I complete what I'm talking about. Mr. President, you're most welcome. So I was emphasizing the point of collecting membership fees diligently, keep the records diligently, remit on time, diligently and accurately, and avoid the temptation of assigning ourselves extra responsibilities in as far as collection and management of these funds is concerned. And I gave an example that if you collect money in this parish and your facilitation to continue doing the job in the next parish has not yet come, you have no mandate to use the funds collected to say that I'm doing party work. That will be improper and it will be diversion of public funds because we are dealing with public funds. The other aspect is that we as frontline commanders must have information, because not everyone who is going to approach your desk is the person who is ready to join the party and get a membership card. There are those who are prospecting. They are asking themselves, should I join NUP? Should I join another party? Should I remain non-partisan? So, as people who are going to be on the desks receiving people that seek to join the party, we must have information that when the person comes and asks, "But why should I join NUP?" you are able to explain to them, and they leave your desk when they have made up their mind to join the organization. The other aspect which is very important is consultation. As frontline officers, we are not going to be having all the information all the time. There is a person who is going to approach you with a question whose answer you do not have. So I would like to encourage us to learn to consult. Consult our colleagues, consult our leaders, and obtain appropriate information instead of sending away people without information. Because when a person goes out without information, you are creating a vacuum. When he lands on a blogger who is giving misinformation, or he lands on an agent of the regime who is giving misinformation about the party, then that vacuum will be utilized to the disadvantage of our party. So it's very important that when you don't have information, you consult. As I conclude, the other thing that I want to emphasize is discipline. You cannot build a successful revolution without discipline. And this discipline entails, first of all, that you, in your heart, be committed that the work you are going to do for the organization, for your party, nobody has forced you. And I think nobody has forced any one of us here. Is that the case? So we must do it with passion and commitment. Whether it is raining, whether there is sunshine,
okay,
whatever the case, we must be able to endure and go ahead and perform this task. This will also entail that
tuli ku head office zaffe wano accurate information. President achaziza regions ezenjawulo mu Uganda yonna olunaku lwaleero agenda babuulira balina okukola balina kutambulira ku biki nakikiddako olamu omukulu kyekiddako ekibuuzo wekiri awo regions zonna bagenda zibuulira kyekiddako bazibuulire nga ekibiina kitegeeza ki bababuulire in the case nga waliwo ekiriwo balina kukola batya. So nimugezeko kubanyonnyola mu baganda bange abatategeera bulungi Luzungu asogwe mulamu gunaku olwaleero era nga tuli wano ku kitebe kyaffe ekyakavule. So otuuka esharingira mu sharing video ate ogiliking osobole okuba ng'etambula. So wetuli alina bakulembeze bonna okuli Honorable Zaki, Honorable Joel Ssenyonyi,
And they want to draw comparison between us, the individual supporters and workers of the party, and leaders of the party. They say your leaders have done ABC for you. What are you getting from the organization? You ask those people, that the other people that you support, for them who are even running the government, who even have a duty to provide these services, what have they done for you to be able to proudly associate with them? So that propaganda and much
abana abantu abefuula abagezi badama ndimo kunnyonnyola musirika towulira ekyogamba ogenda wulira kikise kunnyonnyodde
is that for you, you're moved with conviction, you're moved by passion and the duty that you feel in your heart to make sure that you build your country from where it is to another level, where your children and grandchildren will not be discriminated against on the basis of who their father or mother is, on the basis of their religion, on the basis of their gender, and the basis of the financial status of their parents. And that's what we are involved in, to make sure that we move this country from where it is, where it belongs to an individual, so that we are all equal stakeholders in the country. That the poor person is able to take their child through school, that the poor child is able to compete favorably with the child of the rich in the job market, that if you are looking for a loan, that you will not be discriminated against, that if you are looking for a supply business in government or elsewhere, you are not going to be discriminated against, that even in your communities, there are schools that are able to give your children appropriate education that will enable them to compete globally. Not only in Kampala and elsewhere. So we need to understand that what we are involved in is for ourselves, is for our children, is for our great-grandchildren, not for our leaders.
Eastern region.
I thank you and may God bless you.
Thank you, Council. Can you add him a thunderous one that deserves that content? Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Join me in a special way to welcome our President in the house. Mr. President, you are welcome to your home. Our leader of opposition, you are welcome. Secretary General, Deputy President, and all distinguished leaders. Mr. President, before you are district focal persons. We have registrars from different constituencies. We have regional, sub-regional coordinators. We have members of parliament, mayors, and a person of different divisions that are on national unity platform ticket. Thank you. Twine, twine. Twine, twine.
Twine, Bobi, Tabulani.
Twino itu, twino itu. Twino itu, twino itu. Twine, twine.
Twine, Bobi, Tabulani.
Twine, twine. This is a time, a time, a time. This is a time. I need the energy. This is a time, a time, a time. This is the time for 7 months ago. People power. Our power. People power. NUP. Everywhere. NUP. Thank you. Time is not on our side. Dear members, take note of those numbers. They are very important. They will help you to do the needful as guided. Now the program stands.
Those are the telephone contacts of the accounts department on which the proceeds from the sales of the cards
quick reminder,
will be
don't expect to come on my page and start abusing me. You will be blocked immediately.
So you should all take note of
Since I
them, right from
kwogera buli kika kya luzungu.
focal persons
and registrars, because you may need to verify with them. One is MTN and another one is Airtel. Take note of them. Thank you.
Our next speaker on the program is none other than the newly wedded Secretary for Mobilization, Chairman Nyanzi. Let me sing for you this song. Congratulations. I had it 9 years back, but I still enjoy it.
My friend, it was added for you. You would enjoy it at my age. It's really marvelous. Thank you very much. The Lord is good. All the time. And all the time. The Lord is good and yeah. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. Praise the Lord. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency, our President, our Deputy President, the Secretary General Leader of Opposition, our Minister for Sports, Comrade Nubiali, the members of Parliament, our mayors, all district chairpersons, and the House at large. Thank you very much for the commitment. Now, I'll be brief, since I've just married. I'm sending you greetings from Marjorie. Mazema. I thank all of you for the prayers, the emotional prayers, financial support, physical attendance, those who attended and those who were watching on social media. We dominated the social media, and that was grateful for me. Mr. President, the Lord, I thank you for the dance you've offered our party and the leader of opposition. I didn't see the Secretary General because his post was not around. But next time, thank you very much. This is another milestone in my life. What went wrong on that party, please forgive, especially to the members of Parliament. I didn't enjoy the way, but let's forgive and forget. But thank you very much. I am now a new humble man, but very tough on ground, because now that was one of the limitations why I was not zoganing well. Yeah. Now, as I promised you, organizing, whatever it is. As I promised, Mr. President, that our honeymoon will be in the tour, and I promise I am waiting for those days when we are going to traverse the country. Yesterday, I had a chance to meet the disabled in Narukolongo, which was very good because it was nice sharing. I thank all of you, ladies and gentlemen, comrades in the struggle, for your commitment. First and foremost, thanking the departments for the work which the relationship we have exhibited, the good relationship we have exhibited ever since we started working together. Thank you very much. We have had good results so far. It's fair. and really discipline has improved. I would like to thank the mobilization department, the organization department, the EMC, and all other departments who have been, tirelessly working every day to make sure that our party moves on well. And I can assure you, the party is promising, even the regime can see that this is a party with hope, and it's the party in option to be in government. Ladies and gentlemen, secondly, it's now exactly 2.5 years of mobilization structure, Kunga existence. Kunga Uganda, Kunga! Kunga people power, Kunga! Kunga Chagulanyi, Kunga! Yeah, we have been able to have 7,485 mobilizers across the country who are active at district and constituency levels. Very, very active members. We have mobilization teams which have offered to do grassroots leadership across the country, bridging the gap between the Secretariat and our members in different districts. You should also clap for that. Now, the Kunga vibe is on everywhere in the country, done by these mobilization teams, and they have been pivotal in raising the NUP flag high at all times. So thank you very much, Kunga chairpersons who are here at the district level and all other levels up to the grassroots. But particularly, I want to thank the mobilization department. I will request to take cognizance of the presence of Comrade Kaluya, Comrade Asega. Please stand up for a hand clap. Madam Nabatanzi Farida and Madam Kabagambe. They've been able to handle regions, at least for positive results. Kunga has kept the party alive and kicking all the time. Before we go into structures, you can see mobilization is on every now. It is a continuous formation of, our work which you are supposed to envisage everywhere. Kunga has acted as a police for the party, especially for those local government people who have been defecting every now and then. And they have tried to threaten all those people who have been trying to defect. The people who have voted have always been more, they've been messing up more than these Kunga structures. And I'm reporting to you, Mr. President, we have not got any report of any person or any leader on the Kunga structure who has defected to the regime. This is very, very important. Maybe because we are very scared, or we have been threatening them or trying to warn them every now and then. So it has been working as the force. Thank you very much, my fellow mobilizers. Mr. President and comrades, my message is that we should draw our attention to be aware of the centric challenges and the peripheral. The centric are those ones where all members in the politics, at least 95% have interest of standing for positions. They may use these structures that we are going into and the Kunga structures to boost their ego for standing for positions. So we must be able to control those egos. Although it is a right for everybody to stand for any political position, local government or member of parliament, but we should make sure that we harmonize our interests. Because if you are given a position, you should not sit on others who have interests. At the same time, you must make sure that we work together, because we have one common interest of removing the dictators. And that's so. Yes. Now the peripheral challenges where the regime is trying to infiltrate us. They have always tried to infiltrate the structures that we already have in the local government, the Kunga structures. Now they are targeting the ones we are going to make. So Comrades, my brothers and sisters, be cautious. Fourthly, Mr. President and members, we should remember that we are going to do the same exercise that has always been executed or done by the parties that has failed. So we are going to do the same business that they have already done and it has failed. Structures have failed because Museveni has failed political parties. He targets structures, but formally we shall have to have structures as a party. So now we shall have to learn from the mistakes that have been done by those former parties. We learn from them to rectify those mistakes, and for us we use them as advantages to move our structures and they perform well. Finally, my role as the national mobilizer of the party is to make sure that all Ugandans join the national unity platform. Like the Bible says that all people must be born again. Why do all of you say yes? What does the Quran say? You see, like the Bible says that every human being must believe in God, must join the national unity platform, should join the national platform. So, for us, our role is to mobilize and recruit into the party. This structure is going to remain there to recruit, make sure that they convince everybody to join our party. Of course, with a lot of care. Not just bringing taka and everything. All those people were spies. We have to be careful, but we have to make sure that we convince people to join our party. Don't block people to join us. Some people are already tired out there. They want to join their party. So, finally, I would like to embrace the formation of the structure formation of this party as the National Mobilization Secretary. And I will encourage all the Kunga chairpersons to vigilantly work towards this. Go and participate physically and work with all teams that the party has provided for you. Don't segregate people. Please avoid fighting in this time. I thank you very much. Pray for me after getting this golden ring on my hands. May the Lord bless you. I beg you to submit, Mr. President.
Thank you, Chairman. I humbly request you to perform for me this simple task, because I think I'm not fit to perform this. Help me invite the next speaker, who is none other than the Secretary General of our party.
My brother, Comrade Leos Gongoya, who I'm now convincing to get into the marriage ties very, very soon, and we are preparing very seriously. I would like to invite you to come and give your speech. Thank you very much.
People power. Our power. NUP. Everywhere. This man has been suffering together with me now. He wants to go. He's getting a revenge. He wants to get a revenge on me. So, comrades, Mr. President, Deputy President, NEC members who are here present, members of Parliament, district chairpersons, mayors, and our leaders who are here today. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Please, someone tell my mom
And yesterday I was told that they traditionally say what? Bweza bweza or something like that. Yeah, we have all religions here. Although it is important to know that all of us perhaps need to have the power that we trust in and believe in. That is how we'll be able to succeed. My speech will not be too long today because yesterday I had enough time with you to talk to you. But I want to introduce the members of the National Executive Committee yet again before the President today. All NEC members who are here, please stand up for recognition, including the Mobilization Secretaries who have been introduced already. Please clap for them. Very importantly, those who are not around, included the Honorable Kaluya over there, President and Lope, please, you don't need to be introduced. Your time will come. And Deputy President, please. But I think I introduced the rest, except Honorable Zake. You were not here when I was speaking. But you all know Honorable Zake Francis Buteri. He's head of the Youth League of the National Unity Platform. Then we have your good friend, Mr. Ali Buken Nubian Lee, the head of Arts, Culture and Sports in the National Unity Platform. And of course, Mugole, you have already introduced yourself. I believe the rest of you are introduced yesterday, especially the tallest man, Sasi Marvin, in charge of our diaspora desk. So comrades, there are just two things I want to say, and also for the media, to get the context of what we're trying to do. Today, here we are meeting with our sub-regional coordinators. First of all, who I will request to stand up later on. We have sub-regional coordinators or sub-regional focal persons, people who are going to help us at the sub-regional level to supervise the exercise we are going into. Then we also have district focal persons, people who are going to be supervising this work at the district level. Then we have constituency registrars. Every constituency of Uganda, 353 of them, and these are the people that you see here. We have 146 districts in Uganda, and each of them, districts and cities, have focal persons here present. And of course, like I said, we also have people at the sub-regional level. So may I request the sub-regional focal persons to stand up for recognition. Sub-regional focal persons. The rest of us should clap for them. I will just sample so that people understand. You say, Greater Beach, just mention the place you're taking charge of, yeah? Yes, sir. Just I want a sample of the, just mention your sub-region.
Sejima Mati, sub-regional coordinator, Greater Beach, taking Mutambala, Biji, and Gomba.
Thank you very much. Now I know that we are in a meeting of politicians, so I need to guide this very. You can take your seat, please. Just mention the sub-region only. Yes.
Masaka South, comprising of 6 districts.
Yes, please.
Masaka East, 4 districts.
Thank you very much.
Kampala sub-region, 9 districts.
Thank you very much.
Rwenzori sub-region, 4 districts.
Thank you very much.
Greater Mukono, commonly known as Mayula Stretch. I'm Kabanda Robert.
Thank you.
Toro sub-region, comprising of 8 districts. My name is Davis Wamuhumbo.
Thank you.
Mujunikiza Innocent, Bunyoro sub-region.
Thank you.
Mumuganya okugamba mama waffe tukulira tata
Look first against 6 districts. Thank you very much. Bright Muhumza, you should really not say many more words than
mutagenge mama kwesika kosa mama Kibuga.
Bright Muhumza, Uncle sub-region. People power.
Our power.
Bright Muhumza will speak for the whole day.
Ojaro Philip Wakoni, Acholi sub-region.
Thank you very much from Acholi.
Bakole Richard from the historical land, West Nile sub-region.
Thank you very much.
Who is Amos Kahara, Bushenyi Greater region.
Thank you very much. That's Greater Bushenyi.
Greater Ruwero, Rev Salim.
Thank you very much.
Samuel Okot, Acholi sub-region.
Thank you very much. Gawaya Roberts, Bukedi Sub-Region for President of 7 districts. Thank you very much. That is Bukedi. And at the back,
Alfred Chebet, Sebei Sub-Region, 3 districts.
Thank you very much. Kapchorwa, Bupo.
Region zozona nabagambe weziri zonna okotola Uganda yonna.
And Kwen. Bupo and Kwen. Yeah.
Great Amabende, 5
districts.
Thank you. That's Kaumadigo.
Karamade Sub-Region, 9 districts.
Ayen Anis from Karamoja.
Wow.
So people power. Oh, there's someone here, Mawa, and of course from Bari, Fazari. Quickly, let's do it very quickly. Actually, this is for the benefit of the media to see that the whole country is represented at this meeting.
Nasimbwa Sarah, Wakiso Sub-Region, 8 districts.
Thank you very much.
Yes, Nabele Fazari Museli, Sub-Region, comprise 7 districts.
7 districts. Bugiso.
Moses Mawa, Lagos Sub-Region, it comprises of 11 districts.
Thank you very much. Any other sub-region we haven't introduced? Oh, I think Teso. Please be quick.
Teso sub-region comprising of 10 districts. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
People power.
So these are leaders at the sub-regional level. Now I'm not going to introduce district focal persons to stand up for recognition. All the comrades at the district level stand up for recognition. The 146 districts of Uganda. The rest of us who are seated, clap for them. You registrars, these ones are your bosses, so please clap for them again. You can take your seats. Okay, now let me see if the district focal persons are going to clap better for the ones who they are supervising. Let me ask all registrars to stand up for recognition. These people power. Our power. People power. NUP. Everywhere.
NUP.
You can take your seats. These are the registrars, and you can hear the sound of their the vibe they have. I do not intend to introduce the members of parliament. I guess the law will do that. The members of parliament who are here, but I also take recognition of you. I see the media, but I think we'll do maybe some other interviews because we have people from all over the country. I don't know if I should just translate it to one language, but we'll see. I'll be guided by our spokesperson how to go about that. So that is the nature of meeting we have today, and today we are launching the nationwide membership registration drive. I'm sure that is what you've been told. Our president is here to launch the nationwide membership registration drive. We registered members when we launched NUP initially, and the registration has been going on. But now, as we go into the structure formation exercise, we have decided that we need to put aside 1 month to give opportunity to all Ugandans who want to officially join the national unity platform an opportunity to do that. And so that is going to be the first exercise, which will take 1 month. So beginning 1st of May up to the end of this month, or the end of May, we shall be registering members all across the country. And as you know, the membership card of NUP is just 1,000 shillings. The membership card is 1,000 shillings. The membership cards are available. So we want to take these membership cards as far wide as possible. This is because only people who are members of the party will be allowed to participate in the structures of the party. Are we together? Only people who are members of the party will be allowed to stand for any position within the structures of the party. So that is why we are here, first of all, to launch the membership registration drive. Of course, we are also launching the roadmap of the exercise of structure building, which begins with membership registration. But after registering all our members, we shall come back here and roll out to go and set up structures at every level in this country. We shall have structures right from the village level, parish level, sub-county, constituency, and district in the whole country. And that is why we have leaders from all over the country. I think that is the administrative bit I wanted to clarify, especially for the media, to know the purpose of this engagement. Now, comrades, yesterday I told you already, but maybe I should also register this in the presence of the media, that as NUP, we are doing our best, and I want to appreciate you yet again, like I did yesterday, for all the sacrifice you people have been making in your different places. Thank you very much for the sacrifice. Thank you very much for the work that you do. The work you do, many of you, you know, you go on radio stations every other day. You are always doing a lot of work everywhere across the country, and we are absolutely grateful to you for the work that you do. But be mindful of the fact that we are the National Unity Platform. Yesterday I told you that even the money that is allocated by Parliament for political parties, NRM takes 75% of it. NUP here takes only 12%. And I told you that with the 12% that we get, we have been able to do in just 3 years what all these parties that have been here have failed to do even for 40 years in the case of NRM. We have been able to do a lot of work to set up mobilization committees all across the country, facilitate the different departments that we have in the party to do different things. So you can see that it takes a lot of sacrifice. And I want to appreciate you, comrades, yet again for the sacrifice that you put in to do the work that you do at your different levels. And that is the same thing that I want to task you as you leave this place. Please know, in some cases we shall facilitate you. Of course, we know that you cannot do this work completely without some facilitation. But if we bring little facilitation, please understand, because with NRM, they don't only use the 75% we are talking about, they also use the state resources. You find that in a district, the DSO is doing NRM work. The ISOs are doing NRM work. The RDC is doing NRM work. All these people, the Gomborora chief and whatever, they conscript them and define that they are using state resources to do the party work. But like I told you yesterday, comrades, we are involved in the struggle for liberation, and there will be light at the end of the tunnel. Once we achieve our victory, things will get better. And of course, yesterday I ended on a point of hope. And of course, our president was in Bujiri yesterday. Where are people from Busoga? Oh, the Busoga team is seated right behind. Thank you so much for giving our president a very good reception yesterday. It was massive. And of course, that gives me hope every day that we shall surely succeed in removing this regime that has brought problems to our people and building a new Uganda that we promise to the people of Uganda every day. The final point I will talk about today is that you, comrades, are staff of the party. You are administrative staff of the party. Even in some cases where you are an elected leader at your respective levels, right now the role you are taking on is administrative in nature. Please do not get dragged into the local politics. We do not want a registrar to take sides. Are we together? A registrar must not take sides, because we've seen that happen many times. That people keep coming here to complain that the registrar, when the registrar is inviting meetings, he or she, you comrades are going to serve all members of the National Unity Platform. You are not supposed to go and say that for me, I have decided to be a supporter of Sasi Marvin against another Tanzi. You are not allowed to do that. And I told you yesterday that you comrades are on probation. I don't know for which position though. NOC 1, NOC 3. People power. So I want to emphasize that you must serve all our people equally and equitably. Do not, and the other thing is that after this exercise, that's when we'll go into the structure formation. At that particular point, we'll discuss how to go about it with the organizing secretary to see how to deal with some of you who have political ambitions. Because we want you to be neutral. We want you to serve all our people equitably and make sure that you do not chase some people or do not give them opportunities and that kind of thing. So those are the comments I wanted to make today. I want to appreciate you so much for the work, for the sacrifice, for choosing to identify with the National Unity Platform, which we for sure know that with the help of God is the next government of the Republic of Uganda. Even now, there is a comment I always see on social media. The regime has to work so hard to deal with us because we are ruling over them. Because we are sure 100% that we beat them, and of course they rigged and did whatever. But thank you so much for identifying with NUP. Thank you for the work you do. Yesterday I introduced that gentleman there. Please stand up again. The brother to Lachoto, Ambrose, who was shot 150 times in Kabong. We went to bury him in Kabong. He was our coordinator, and yesterday we observed a moment of silence for him and all our comrades who have perished in different circumstances. But that gentleman, yeah, maybe we'll do the same thing. First come here quickly, brother. Because you can imagine, that gentleman was our registrar. He should be here today with us. He should be here with us today. But the soldiers had been looking for him everywhere. And on this particular day, he was coming from watching a football match. And you can tell the story in 1 minute again, for the media especially to get that. Your names and what happened to your brother. And why you are here today.
Yeah. And my name is Moya John Bosco from Kabong District, Karamoja Sub-Region. My brother, Machete Lochoto Ambrose, has been a strong supporter of NUP. He has been receiving very many threats. He used to come home, tell us, we have been threatened by ISO, by DPC, why do you put on the cape of NUP? Why do you put on T-shirt of NUP? And it looks like these guys have been tracking his movement, but that day there was a national match. He watched up to 11 to midnight there. When he was going home, these mafias, these killers tracked him and they abducted him on the way, took him a distance around 500 meters from the spot where he was taken. Then he was shot there over 150 bullets. The whole body actually. Even the day of burial, there was no viewing and you could not even see the face. Yeah. Then that day, we realized there was a very tense situation. We went to police to report the case. They rejected. They chased us from police. They said we have registered a statement. Then when we sat as a family, we realized that it is just a gang thing. Then we went to the DISO. From DISO also, the same thing. Then when we went to the hospital, the same, they were there. We went there to pick the body. Of course, as usual, there is always a postmortem report. We went, they said, wait. We waited almost 5 hours waiting for the postmortem report, but we realized that it is a planned thing. We had to pick the body like that, we buried. Now, even our being here, after the burial, actually, we never followed anything. We kept quiet. But they kept on following us also as a family. When we wake up in the morning, we find that there are footmarks of soldiers at the door. They have forgotten some rain, sorry, water. They've been waiting for us to come out. They finish us. We said, it's okay. These are the killers. Maybe they have just come maybe to destroy the witnesses. Of course, they did it openly. They had witness. When my brother was taken away, he was taken when he was moving with his friends, coming home. They kidnapped him alone. So even those ones are now not in place. They left the place. Yeah, thank you.
All right, so let's, clap for him for the courage and being able to speak this. And at this point, I will request all of us to observe the moment of silence, to stand up and observe the moment of silence, not only for our brother Machete, but for all other comrades who have perished in the line of duty, who have perished in this revolution for a better country. May the souls of our departed comrades rest in eternal peace. You have a request and we are going to deal with that. He's requesting that his brother's picture also be put somewhere at this office of ours. People power. Our power. So these are the challenges that we encounter everywhere. And I'm sure many of you here have been intimidated in the past, have been arrested, have gone through all these challenges. So let us understand that the work we are involved in is not just administrative work. It is struggle work, and we need to stand firm in the face of resistance, in the face of so many challenges. Yesterday, I made a request and warned you, and maybe I should say the same thing here, that if a day reaches and you feel that you can no longer withstand the pressure of this work that we are involved in, go peacefully but leave our registers. Some of these people have been crossing and they go and hand over our registers to the regime. We are going to sue you personally, because when these materials that you're going to be given, these belong to NUP, they do not belong to you. They are not. You can imagine someone going to the regime and taking party cards and party registers and handing them over. But maybe the final thing, to those of you who may want to sell out, you remember when we had just launched People Power, the regime started immediately trying to buy as many people as possible. Mama Jolly, you remember, one of them was given a tractor, Simani, another one was given what? Most of those people are always begging us, they want to come back. Because NRM just was interested in a photo moment. After that photo moment, it ended there. And so I feel sorry for those who sell out, because they think that maybe they are going to get anything from there. But even if you are to get it, why should you get something so immoral, so evil, at the expense of your people, at the expense of the taxpayers' money? If the regime meets you and gives you 20 million shillings, which budget have they picked that money from? It is money that should be fixing hospitals. That is the money that should make you find someone selling out because of that. Without wasting any other time, I want to invite our leader of the opposition, the Honorable Joel Senyonyi. We are still using the word leader of opposition because it is what is in the law, but he is the leader of our parliamentary front.
Thank you, our very able Secretary General. Let's appreciate him with a hand clap. I know Chairman Nyanzi says he will be very complete after he has walked down the aisle. But for us, we know he's able, and he will take care of all of that. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We want to welcome you all for coming from the various parts of this country, different districts, where you have come from. We do welcome you.
Mr. President, we have some leaders among us. I've seen a couple of members of parliament here. Others are not here. In fact, there are those whom I specifically asked not to come because there's some business we are taking care of at parliament in committees. Government wants to introduce some new taxes on fuel, on construction materials, cement, lime, white cement, and so on land transactions. And when you're selling your small piece of land, you have got to pay an extra tax and so on. So we are trying to fight those things first in the committees, and then eventually it's going to come to the whole house tomorrow, I believe. So that's why some people are not here, because we thought it important that they begin that line of fight in the committees, because this is ridiculous. And so that's why some of our leaders are not here. But those here, let me request them to stand. Let me start with members of parliament. Kindly stand, those who are here. We do welcome you all. Maybe very quickly, of course, the Honorable Francis Zake from Mityana was introduced. The Honorable Derek Nyeko, who is dressed like a real fighter, all the way from Makinge. Haji, this one is our deputy imam, and I think you have just come from. You've just come back from Umrah. I hope you brought blessings for us. Thank you so much, all the way from Katikamo. Honorable Hassan Chirumira, Lukalite. I like the last name. The Honorable Aloysius Mukasa from Rubaga South. All the way from Ntenjeru, the Honorable Patrick Nsanja.
People power. Our power. People power.
And I like that you clad in a t-shirt of our late comrade, the Honorable Anthony Wameli. He was an incredible lawyer who did a lot of work for us as a party, so thank you for honoring him. The Honorable Goreti Namuga from Mawogola, Sembabule District. She's also our She's vice chairperson of one of our accountability committees in Parliament, Park Central. Mwanda Kunyinji from Chadondo East.
Our power.
He's our Shadow Foreign Affairs Minister. Minister Awadala, because the other people's minister is never in Parliament, so I normally tell him, you do all the work. Our work as the opposition and also government work as Foreign Affairs Minister. And he has not disappointed us. He used to be a shadow minister for Kampala. We now tasked him with a new responsibility to be vice chairperson of Park local government, and he's all the way from Rubaga North, the Honorable Abubeka Kawalia. The Honorable Kayemba Solo from Bukoma Sindi. He's also, the man has fun here. He's also our shadow minister for sports. And so I've been telling him, if the other minister cannot deliver on Nambole, you should deliver on Nambole. The Honorable Matovu Charles, all the way from Busiro South. Alhaji Mulima Mayuni. I like the Mulima Mayuni name. I used to think it actually wasn't his name. And then I learned it is actually his name. This man answered a minister who was very stubborn, very cantankerous minister, who still to date is abducting our people. Chivuli. In fact, the other day, Honorable was telling us he was it in court? Following up on some people who are still being abducted by this very cantankerous man. First, we appreciate you for unseating him. Hopefully you can chase him from the village, from the whole of Mukono, so that Chibule man disappears for good. But Honorable Mulima Mayuni, thank you for joining us this morning. We have mayors among us. Let me request the mayors to kindly stand. Yes, the entire team of mayors. I understand that you were all introduced, led by the very able Honorable Florence Namai, Mayor of Masaka City, Governor. Very able, a woman, but extremely able. She has the energy of like 20 men. Okay, I'm told the rest were taken note of, but thank you. Even our neighbor from Rubaga here across, Mayor Zaki Mberoze. There are LC5 councillors and LC3, all councillors, please stand at once and we take note of your presence here. Those who are here. We did not invite many of them because this meeting was specifically for our registrars and focal persons. But thank you, our councillors who are here. Thank you for joining us. We want to congratulate our leaders, our registrars, our district focal persons, our sub-county focal persons at the different levels. We do congratulate you upon taking on these roles, and we do have a lot of hope in you. We hope you have hope in yourselves, because it's one thing for us to have hope in you, it's another for you to have a lot of hope in yourselves. The people in the districts where you come from have got a lot of hope in you. Because when you move across the country, when you go to Busoga, where our president led the team to yesterday, when you go to parts of northern Uganda and you see the poverty that is in that place, you people who are here from northern Uganda, your brother northern Uganda have a lot of hope in you. People who are from different parts of the country. Because the whole country is shattered economically, politically, and otherwise. So people have got hope in you. I know they've got hope in our president, but our president cannot be everywhere. As a party, and the party leadership, we might not be everywhere at the same time. We shall come and visit you. Our president is going to come to each of your districts to connect with you and the people that you lead. But you, our leaders, are there on a daily basis. And so you are our ambassadors as a party. Please be good ambassadors. Please be good leaders. Be exemplary leaders. Say, you see these NUP leaders, this is how they behave. Please, be a good ambassador. And that's what we expect of you in the different parts of the country, including deep in the villages. Let people see you and desire the new Uganda we talk about. By just seeing the way you carry yourself, the way you lead your family, for those of you who have families, let it not be heard that you're the one who is fighting with your wife from the village. That you're the drunkard who has to be picked up on the road. Let it not be heard of us. It has not been heard at all. We have not had any stories yet, and that's why we have hope and trust in you. But our desire is that you continue to be that way. That you be disciplined leaders. That you be leaders with integrity. Let it not be you cheating people, grabbing people's land, because now you have become powerful. And so you connive with land grabbers to steal people's land. That's another challenge we have in our country, in different parts of the country. Let you be different. Let it be you fighting for those whose land is being grabbed. Let it be you fighting for the old people, the widows who are being chased out of their houses by some rich, gluttonous people. Let it be you fighting for people whose rights are being taken away. So let's exude discipline. It's important as leaders, so that people continuously see an image of the real credible government in waiting. And that can only be done by you in those different places where you are. Because you're the ones going to market NUP, to the market women, to the vendors, to the farmers, deep in the villages, wherever. You are ambassadors. Please be good ambassadors. As our Secretary General has mentioned, the regime is going to try severally to buy you off. Because now the cameras are here, they have seen you people, and we expect you to be active anyway when you go back. And so you'll be active in your villages, in your districts. Please be active. That's important. And as you continuously be active, the regime will try and come to grab you. They'll firstly use money. We hope that you will not fall for that money. They will come with promises. You have seen some of our colleagues who in the past have crossed having been promised things. And so they go on TV and speak lots of ridiculous things because they have been promised. We are going to give you 100 million, we are going to give you a car, and all of these different things. And they say, now we have deposited 1 million with you. The 99 is coming. They go on TV, speak lots of ridiculous things. 6 months down the road, the money that was promised to them is not given to them. And then they come back in the media and they say, these people, they used us, they promised me money and the house and so on. They have not given me those things. Have you seen those people? Because the regime is not interested in enriching you. They want to use you. And so they will put you before the media and you will say all manner of things. And the promises will not come. That has happened. Not once, not twice, so many times. You've seen some of these people. So our hope is that you will be focused. Our hope is that you will look at the bigger picture. Because again, like we are saying, they are not going to ameliorate your life. No, they want to use you. Come dressed in a beret, take pictures with Mike Mukula or whoever, and then they promise you all manner of things. And then tomorrow, those promises don't come and you're thinking, now what do I do? Do I go back to NUP? And now those people don't trust me anymore. These new ones where I have gone, they have not embraced me. They've not delivered on the promises. So you're going to become hot cake. Our hope is that you will not sell your future. Our hope is that you will not sell the people whom you're representing, wherever it is that you come from. Because you're holding those people's hopes in your hands. Of course, we are not telling the people to abandon and abdicate their responsibility as citizens to you. But as leaders, you're the one showing them direction. Our hope is that you will not let those people down. Our hope is that you will not fall for the pennies that will be thrown at you. I want to sound a warning to regime operatives and to regime security outfits. Yes, I'm sounding a warning because I'm a leader in this country. So I am in a capacity to send a warning. An even more serious warning to them. Because, as he did promise them in our manifesto, promise them an increment. We said that the lowest ranking officer in the military, UPDF, police, prisons will be getting 1 million shillings. And I meet a number of them and they tell us, hey, Manange, when is the promise you people made to us coming? And I tell them that some of your colleagues are the ones who made it difficult by fighting us, who would be in charge, and you would have that promise. And I understand, because in Parliament they're trying to scamper around, they're trying to increase the salary for the military because there's a lot of pressure. And so we are telling them we want all of their salaries increased. So there's a lot of pressure happening because of the promise that we made to them through our president. So anyhow, I'm sounding a warning to them. Please obey the law. Do not go after these our leaders, because some of them will want to come to you to intimidate you. You know, when money fails, when they try to buy you and you refuse, then they will begin to intimidate you. They will want to arrest you, to torture you. That has happened to some of our leaders. You find the coordinator is meeting people at his home, actually. 5 or 10 of them, they come and pick them up and beat them up. So I want to sound a warning to security operatives. Please don't operate beyond your reach. Operate within the law. We are a recognized legal entity in this country, a fully registered political party with the right to operate. So if anything, you should be providing security to these leaders as opposed to going out to antagonize them. So we want to put them on notice. Any individual, because we are going to be taking on individuals, whether you are police, military, or whatever the case might be, that will want to antagonize our leaders, to brutalize them. We are coming after you individually. Yeah. Because this whole collective responsibility thing, it should be a thing of the past. Yes, we shall take on the institution, whether it be police or UPDF or whatever the case might be, but you, the individuals who commit these crimes, we are going to come after you, legally and otherwise. And we have that capacity, and so we shall come after you. So our hope is that they will behave. Our hope is that our leaders will go out there, connect to their people, and do the job that we expect them to without any interferences. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, there is a lot of propaganda, and it's going to increase against us as a party, against us as leaders, and the only reason it will increase is because they are feeling the pressure. Oh yes, they are feeling it. They might pretend that they don't feel it, but whenever you see a lot of propaganda, you know that they are feeling the pressure. They are seated on a hot plate. So let's intensify that heat. Let's take it a notch higher. And let's not fall for this propaganda. Let's not be diverted. Because sometimes this propaganda is to divert us. When they see now there's a lot of pressure even in the population, then they'll throw something all over the place, propaganda. Let's not focus so much on that. Let's focus on the work that we ought to do. Let's go and connect with our people. Let's go and we mobilize. Let's go and recruit people. Because the exercise that you are going to do, as has been tasked, is to go and register our members. At district level, go deep in the villages. You know, whenever we travel with our president, we go deep in villages and we find old women there saying, people power, our power. And you say, how did this one get to know? Our people know. Because they want different, they want better. So let's go out there and be focused. Let's not be derailed by some of this propaganda all over the place. It's happening because of the pressure we are exerting. So let's exert even a lot more pressure. And let's focus on the goal. I want to thank you once again for coming. I want to thank you for your commitment. We believe that you're going to press through, and we shall deliver. The time is going to come when we shall be meeting to ask, how did we do it? Because we are going to do it. It's going to happen. We look at stories that we admire. In South Africa, they fought against apartheid for a long time. They struggled and struggled. But the time came and they made it. In the West, our brothers and sisters, blacks, were ill-treated as slaves, but they fought and fought and fought until the time came and they got their freedom. So let's keep fighting, use every avenue we have within the law and otherwise, to fight for our freedom. It is a clarion call placed against us even by the Constitution. Mr. President, as I end, I've seen some new leaders that have come. Let me introduce, she was here speaking to the team yesterday, our Secretary General, Deputy Secretary General, who is also a woman MP for Butambala, the Honorable Aisha Kabanda. We have also been joined by another Hajati, the woman member of Parliament for Kampala, the Honorable Shamim Malende.
Ate mama wange mumukwate mpola erusubiri akibuga.
I know I had been asked by the media that media houses have bulletins, Uganda and so on, but we'll connect with you after here for those Uganda bites. For now, the whole of Uganda is here.
Of course.
Because if I speak Uganda from here, I'll have to speak Acholi,
and we understand.
I'll have to speak Lango, I'll have to speak Runyankole, I'll have to speak Rusoga, and all your other languages. And time is not enough, even though I know a few of those languages. So we'll keep it English for now, and then afterwards we'll connect with you after here. Please do allow me to invite our Deputy President in charge of Western Uganda, the Honorable Jolie Mugisha. You're welcome.
People power. People power. NUP. Kabari.
NUP.
Chisoro.
NUP.
Arua.
NUP.
Padel.
NUP.
Mbare.
NUP.
And everywhere.
NUP.
Your Excellency, the Secretary General, the leader of opposition, and your team from Parliament, all of you leaders, the mayors, the governors, and all of you here present today. My name is Jolie Mugisha. I have to introduce myself because perhaps those of you who come from other areas don't know me, and the members of the press, I read a thing from Western Uganda to this level. I thank God that we have come to this historical event because we have been here for a few years, but this is the first time we are hosting a team of registrars from across the country. We are hosting all the sub-regional coordinators. We are hosting all of you leaders that are here today. I thank God that we are here, and I know that from today you are taking up the leadership of driving the vehicle that is going to take us to State House. You are the driver. And after all that has been said, I just want to add my voice, so that now that you are given the keys, those of you know how to drive. You know when you put a key, when you inject a key, and you turn on, you see a red light. All of you are wearing red, most of you today. Make sure your engines are on. Go out, and they have talked about you going to be intimidated. Yes, I have to give you just one simple method of overcoming intimidation. Temptation is going to be there, ladies and gentlemen. Even us at our level, yesterday, I talked about the time when I was, when I almost fell in temptation. I want to share with you what I did, so that if it ever happens to you, don't sit there. I know now they have even added on a new number
abantu b'ekibuga mama kibuga zibedde abaana bammwe amasomero mutwale abaana bammwe ku masomero.
Who intimidate you out there. Now, if it happens and another DC comes, assistant, police or whatever, just pick up your phone and call somebody. I want to share my experience. When I almost sat in a vehicle, the vehicle was already parked at my house to go to work. And for me, I thought I was proudly going to do something that was going to help our party. Because these people come in different forms. Others will beg you, others will confuse you, others will intimidate you. You know what I did? I picked up my phone and called the Secretary General. I told him, you know what, I'm going to Watchtower. He said, what are you going to do to Watchtower? I told him they have called me. He said, what? I said, the vehicle is parked outside. She told me, run, run, run. I had already brushed my shoes. My handbag was ready, and my beautiful exchange was prepared. And I know some of you are going to fall in that kind of temptation. So if it ever happens, ladies and gentlemen, just pick up your phone and share. And those of you who have an opportunity to go to the radio, talk about it. Call somebody, share it out. And as sure as I'm standing here, those people are going to leave you alone. I'm not going to take time because all has been said. That's just one simple trick of overcoming their calling. They are not going to stop. Even the lowest level, because the lowest will be handled by the lowest. The chairman, LOC1, the whoever women councils, those people are going to come. So don't avoid, just confront them with information which you have been given here. Since you are the driver, you should know how to drive. Otherwise, there is a lot that we are going to do together. I know my colleagues are not here. I'm sure you have been seeing me seated there along with the president. My two colleagues, Dr. Lina Zedwiga from Northern Uganda, Honorable Nambeshe for Eastern Uganda. You know what happened to our other brother. So if it could happen to him, what about you? Now go and take care. So I bring their apologies, those two. They have not been able to be with us today. Dr. Zedwiga is out of the country, and Honorable Nambeshe is committed with parliamentary work, but they are with us, Your Excellency. We are looking forward to the time when we are all going to be complete again. So I pray, Your Excellency, that the people of Central Uganda, you work hard so that they can pick another one from there so that the number can be complete. Otherwise, I want to thank you so much. Thank you for the commitment. You have been here 2 days. I know some of you may not have even relatives in Kampala, but here you are. Thank you for the commitment. Thank you, the organizing team. Mr. Kanani, thank you for that technical presentation. I want to believe that the members say information is power. Now these members here are equipped with information. Go out and use the information. Go out and be the example. You know, I was whispering to the treasurer that if people join us because they have seen others or they have admired you, what is it as a registrar? What is it as a regional coordinator? What is it that you have as a district coordinator that is going to woo other people to join you? You must be the example, right? You must, there are a lot of things you can do. Talk well-informed information, dress well. Today I'm not wearing my beret, but appear the way other people are going to see you and then get attracted to the party. Your Excellency and members, I want to thank the funders. I want to thank the organizers of this program. I want to thank everyone that has been here, that has made this program a success. Mr. Kanavi, the other day, Honorable here talked a lot of English, and I made an observation and a request that this kind of training now trickles down to either first of all to the sub-regional level, then to the districts, because the one-time training is not enough. I want to believe that these members can use some more training, because even myself, I know I'll be supervising and be moving around, but some questions I may not be able to answer. For instance, remember I was asking about what do we do when one loses a card. For instance, I know even the offices now that are located in the districts and in the regions, they are registering. I don't remember hearing you telling us what we are going to do with those people who are registering now. There are even people in the diaspora whom we have given cards. What do we do? So please let this kind of training trickle down. Let all of us get the information. Let all of us read more, and then read by example. Without taking a lot of your time, Your Excellency, thank you for coming. Members, please clap for him. Thank you for taking time off. You are very busy schedule, because you know when you come, each time you are in the house, the moods are different. Just turn around, look around and see people's faces. People are yearning to hear from you. People, I don't know whether they enjoy your smile or whatever, but people really love you. When you know politics, we are doing politics, right? You know politics. The other day when they were talking about some members of our group wanting to overthrow you, you know what I told them? I said, can that man come and stand? You people who have ever been to Mbarara, before you enter Mbarara from Masaka side, there is where there is an emblem, what should have been an emblem of Ankore. It's called Amahembegente there. I told them, I said, let this man you are talking about walk from Amahembegente to the post office, and I see how many people are going to wave or even smile at you. Your Excellency, people love you. You don't know how much people love you. Ugandans love you, children love you, women, not the bad way. Women love you. Everybody loves you, Your Excellency.
President Awuli Bensonyi.
Allow me to congratulate Chairman Nyanzi. Omugore, please stand up so that people, even when they have already seen you, let people clap for you. You have and all the men in the house, in this place, in our party, who have waited. Honorable Nyeko, did you wait? Oh, all of you who have waited. Because this is a demonstration that our party is led by very serious, committed people. Because you cannot lead a nation if you cannot control your family. So thank you so much, Chairman Nyanzi. You are the young people can see after you. Which I am going to ask the concerned people to invite all of you because this is a mobilization. Thank you, Chairman, Your Excellency. Please let the members receive you. I can see they are growing impatient.
We know we do, we know we do. We know we do, we know we do.
We know we do, Chagurani.
Twine
Bobi Chagurani.
Twine Bobi Chagurani. Twine Bobi Chagurani.
Twine Msingu's way to. Welcome, Your Excellency, Mr. Msingu.
Thank you very much, Madam Deputy.
People power. Our power. It's not time to sit down yet. People power. Our power. Our power. People power. NUP. Everywhere. Everywhere. NUP. Iyo iyo amba. 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 NUP amba. People power asante sana amba. Iyo iyo amba. Coordinator Evareseo asante sana amba. Iyo iyo amba. Northern Uganda akoyo tutwa akoyo mate amba. Iyo iyo amba. Aba westi evare muno muyabakazi amba. Iyo iyo amba. Aba isa evare ino manya. Iyo iyo amba. Iyo iyo amba. Iyo iyo amba. Iyo iyo amba. People power. Our power. NUP. And everywhere. Adui nani, adui Bosco mwenyewe, adui nani, adui Bosco mwenyewe, adui nani, adui Bosco mwenyewe, adui nani, adui Bosco mwenyewe. Tusonge mbele, tusonge mbele, nami, tusonge mbele, tusonge mbele, nami, tusonge mbele. People power. Our power. NUP. And everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, while you're still standing, I want us to once again give respect and pay tribute to our brother Nachoto Machete, who just passed away a while ago, who was murdered in freezing blood, not cold blood, but freezing blood. I want us to give him a huge round of applause, because even in heaven where he is, I know that he will be listening to us. So give him a big round of applause. Don't stop. This is for you, Comrade Nachoto, for you, Machete, and all the comrades in Naramoja, in Northern Uganda, all over the country. We appreciate you, we rate you, we remember you, and we will never forget you. May your soul rest in eternal peace. Thank you very much, and please take your seats, ladies and gentlemen. I was preempted by the brother, and I'm glad that he said it again, but it was my intention to mention it today, that we intend to pay full
well-deserved respect to our brother by also painting his noble picture on our wall of martyrs, because he deserves it. Madam Deputy President, our Secretary General, our spokesperson and leader of our parliamentary team, Mobilization Secretary, Madam Deputy SG, members of Parliament, members of NEC, fellow leaders in all capacities, I salute you. Allow me also to thank our very good friends, the Friedrich Naumann Foundation for Freedom in Africa, for making this engagement possible and helping us launch this drive. I want in a very, very special way to thank all of you, but most importantly, you, the coordinators. My thanks should come from the lowest leader coming up. Thank you very much for the commitment. Thank you very much for the volunteering. But above all, thank you very much for risking. It's a very big risk for you to stand on the right side of history in this time and era. It is more of a death wish for you to stand against General Museveni, who executes people in cold blood and appoints and accounts to no one. But to see that you, comrades, put faith over fear, to see that you still envision a new Uganda, even where it is challenging, even where our odds seem insurmountable, I salute you very, very much. Thank you very much for standing for this cause. Now while we are here, friends, we are a representation of very many people. I'm sure each one of you, every time you move in your constituencies, in your different regions, you find people that are so sold into this cause. This cause, we did not start it, ladies and gentlemen. No. It was started by our forefathers. Some people actually doubted General Museveni as early as 1986. Now they are proving themselves right. We were convinced by the lies of General Museveni. Our parents were. Some of us held him in very high regard. I mean, we have comrades amongst us who were named after Museveni. I always tell my friends I was named after Robert Mugabe because he was a prized revolutionary back then. When I was born, my parents thought that the person to name their child after was Robert Mugabe. See where he ended up. Our leader of opposition was named after Yoweri Museveni. But see what Museveni turned into. So, this we did not start it, ladies and gentlemen. We are inheriting a struggle. We give credit to the great freedom fighters like Paul Kawanga Semogedere, like Dr. Kizza Besigye. They started it. Our duty is to end it. Our duty is to finish it. That is what we must promise ourselves. Freedom in our lifetime. Democracy in our lifetime. The rule of law in our lifetime. And we must achieve that by the grace of God. But even if we say by the grace of God, we must know, in the Baganda culture, they say Katonda ayamba yeyambe. God only helps those who help themselves. My mother used to teach me that God can only do for you what he can do through you. What God cannot do through you, he will not do for you. So it is your duty to let God help you using you. I'm very glad we are here and we all seem to understand that. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to drive the point that we, much as we are here, much as we as a national unity platform, we are actually not a political party. I know that sounds convincing, but I'm very serious. We are not a political party. We just have a political party. We are people power. We are the representation of those masses yearning for change. A team of people, the men, the women, the young, the old, the educated, the uneducated, the city dwellers and the rural dwellers, all Ugandans from all walks of life, coming together with a vision of creating a nation, the same vision that was present at independence, the vision of our forefathers, creating a nation that would make life better and admirable for the next generation. We are that generation that was supposed to realize it. We've not yet realized it. That's why we're not giving up. So we are not as small as the political party. We are a representation of a cause. We are people power. We introduced the National Unity Platform as our political wing. And for us, the National Unity Platform is the organized wing of people power. The thoughtful wing of people power. The leading wing, the guiding wing of people power. Everybody out there is people power. We must never lose that. There's been so many political parties that have come up. There was the Democratic Party. It was a representation of democracy, the representation of the ideals of the people. You know how it ended up. There was the UPC, there was the FDC. You know how it all ended up. So we must not be another opposition political party. No, we are a cause. We have an agenda. We have a desire. We have a dream. Which dream is not only limited to we the leaders, but a dream of the people of Uganda, the young and the old. So they are looking at us with a lot of hope, which hope we must never disappoint, ladies and gentlemen. So knowing that we are not just a political party, it should also inform us that this is actually not politics as usual. This is a revolution. It's not politics as usual. Because if it was politics as usual, we would be free people, freely doing what we are entitled to do under the law. But we cannot achieve that. So we must treat this as the real struggle that it is, as the revolution that it is. And we must not settle, especially with the leaders. So having said that, ladies and gentlemen, a revolution or a struggle cannot succeed on only admiration alone, or on only the hope alone, or only the tiredness alone. Wherever you go, I was in Busoga yesterday, and you would think the people of Busoga are the most tired, but go to northern Uganda, go to western Uganda, come to the central, they are thinking the same. Everywhere we go, there are masses and masses of people. Something that has not happened in our generation. There's so much power out there. But like one advert told us, power is nothing without control. Power is nothing without guidance, without direction. The Pan-Africans keep teaching us that we should not agonize alone. We should organize. Because the future belongs to the organized. If we don't organize, we will continue moving in circles. So you here are the organizing wing. There's so much power out there. There's so much support out there. But how do we harness it? It is like the rain. This thing out here keeps flowing rainwater. But if you don't put if you don't put gutters, the water will fall everywhere. But if you put gutters, we shall be able to guide our water to a tank or wherever we want that water. And ultimately, we shall harvest that water. The support that people have given us, that is their role. The chanting, the waving, the votes that they give us, and all the massive nationwide support, that is the wealth, that is the power that they give us. That is their role. What is our role? Is to bring it together, to harness it, to collect it, to make sure we bring it to a logical conclusion. What is that logical conclusion? kicking out the dictator, but not only that, but building a new country, building a new leadership. Who are those leaders? You, nobody else. So we have a big duty to bring that resource together, that support together. That is our duty here. That is why we are organizing. Because you will go to Karamoja, you will go to Guru, and you'll find young men and women, even old ones, supporting us massively. But if we don't find a way of harnessing that support, it will pass like that. That is why we are here. And we are organizing not only for an election. Yes, we are a political party that organizes for elections, that organizes for democracy, if there is democracy. But even with this deceitful semblance of democracy, we can maximize it when we organize, because ultimately, even if Museveni dies tomorrow, ultimately we shall go to the polls. Ultimately, there will be elections. Even if they do their crooked business of the son trying to overtake the father, we shall finally keep both of them away, or the whole family. But even when they tell us that there was divine intervention and the entire house burnt up, still we will have to go to elections. That is why I am calling for constant organizing, so that when that time comes, whether it comes tomorrow or next week or next year, it finds us ready and organized. So you comrades are the organizing wing of us. Think as if we don't reach what we want to reach tomorrow, we will die. But imagine that we are going to live forever, because this party is going to live forever. It's going to live beyond me, beyond you. It is for our children, our children's children, and the next generation of Ugandans, especially if we start it on a moral ground, if it's worth following. And that is possible, comrades. So let us organize our people. Let us organize them for two things: a revolution and a revolution. What do I mean? A revolution even before elections, because it's possible. But even when 2026 comes, before Museveni is kicked out, let us be ready to take him to the polls. Let us be ready on our side to ensure that every T is crossed and every I is dotted. So let us organize, organize, organize. Ensure that in your region, in your constituency, in your area of jurisdiction, there is absolute organizedness. I must add that we might organize, we might build structures, which Museveni vulgarizes all the time, but if we are connected with our people, then we can outsmart them. Like we have done in the past, we can do it even smarter and better and get better results than we got last time. So comrades, let's put the idea of organizing in our mind. I've already told you we have massive support, but you guys are the harvesters. Your duty is to harvest that support, because if we don't harvest it, then we are not doing a good service to our country. I want to call upon you leaders, especially you, the coordinators, the focal people, and the registrars. Avoid infighting. The Secretary General mentioned it, and I have to emphasize it, that we have been plagued with infights, sometimes brought in by prospective candidates. Oh, I want to run in this area, so nobody else should be working with the registrar or the coordinator. You are working for the people of Uganda. You are working for the party, not for an individual, not for a candidate. We have not selected candidates, and even when candidate selection comes, you know the process that we go through. So if you as a coordinator who's supposed to be serving other people, you reduce yourself to serving one person, that is corruption. And you know exactly how we deal with corrupt people. Comrades, it is important for us to build and not destroy. Let us learn from our recent experiences, the 2021. I was in Busoga yesterday, and as you all saw, massive support. But have you asked yourself how we ended up not getting